Determine the solutions of the polynomial x cubed minus 64. Well, we need to start this one by factoring. We are going to have three solutions because the exponent here is a 3. And this is going to be a factoring cube / SOAP problem. And I, by the way, pulled out some notebook paper to keep going on this particular problem because I might need the space. But I wrote down x cubed minus 64 again because I want to put my little parentheses right underneath that and then my big parentheses. And the cubed root of x cubed is x. The cubed root of 64 is 4. Ask your math teacher for help on how to use a calculator if you need to. And then what happens is we're going to take x cubed divided by x. We had 3 x's. We took out 1. Now we're going to have 2. 64 divided by 4 is 16. We're dividing that one as well. And notice, look where I put those values. First place, last place. The last part of the factoring is x times 4 is 4x. And then what's going to happen? Same sign, opposite signs, always positive. Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to take each of these, x minus 4, and set it equal to 0. And we're going to take x squared plus 4x plus 16 equal to 0. So we can get one of our roots from here. Gives us x equals 4. But on this particular part, I'm going to, I'll keep writing on here. We have to use the quadratic formula. And if you look back at the top of your paper, there's the quadratic formula. But a is 1, b is 4, c is 16. And we're going to fill that in. X equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a. So I'm going to have to pull my calculator out. I haven't done that today. But what we have now is we still have the negative 4, so x equals negative 4 plus or minus. We're going to type in what's underneath the square root. So I'm not typing in the square root. I'm going to type in 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 16, and that's going to give us negative 48, and then 2 times 1 is 2. So I'm still okay on space. We've got one root. We're still looking for 3. And now what has to happen is we have to simplify this square root. Square root of negative 1, square root of 48. Square root of negative 1, we've seen it a couple times on this packet, is I. 48, break it apart. You can use 6 times 8, you can use 4 times 12, you can use 16 times 3. 2 values that multiply to get 48. So 4 is 2 times 2, 12 is 4 times 3, 12 is 2 times 2. So it's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And what we're looking for is we're looking for 2 of the same value to take out 1. We have 2 2's, we're going to take out a 2. Done with those 2's. We have 2 2's, we're going to take out a 2, done with those 2's. But we have a single 3 here. We're not going to deal with that. We're going to leave it underneath the radical. Don't forget also that we had an I to start. So this is 2 times 2i, which is 4i square root of 3. And we can take that value and put it back in here to get our other 2 roots. So this is 4 plus or minus 4i square root of 3 divided by 2. And then we need to do our finishing up of this problem. And what to notice here is the 4 and the 4 and the 2 are all divisible by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So to write it just a little bit better, and I think I can squeeze it in on this paper. Once again, 3 solutions. The first one was the x equals 4. The other 2 come from here. It's 2 plus 2i square root of 3 and 2 minus 2i square root of 3. There are the 3 solutions. I am fine if you write your answer like 2 plus or minus 2i square root of 3, but if you're very literal, 3 solutions means 3. 1, 2, 3.